here, man. After XRP moons, you won't even need to work or nothing. You'll be.
Believe me, I will come to you.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, like the last weeks was a little bit busy. Like
Okay.
really to fix my mind to have a clear vision on what I believe and what not, because there was so many news. And yeah, to return always back to your first belief, um, with all this stuff, what's happening, because one news is just pushing you to FOMO in, the other one is just telling you to wait. If you think about, if you were to, I take always the perspective as if I would be a big guy, you know, like I would have a lot of money and I would be in this space. So with all what's happening, I would love to see these prices a little bit, let's say, better prices than we have now. But if you want, we can just jump into the markets.
Yeah.
Um,
What's storage?
yeah, this is this is a coin. My a mentor of mine told me, but yeah, I didn't board it, and yeah, it just go, yeah. In the last few days, it was
Damn.
mad.
So you're gonna buy the dip.
Yeah, I never buy high, bro. If you miss something out, you just accept it, and then all good. You know? Because otherwise, it can hurt really strong. Yeah, the moving average is still at 97 cents. So let's see where this weekly today closes, and then we need to wait another week to see if it can stabilize there. But for now, I would not put something in there. But actually, great project. Where do you want to start?
It's up to you. XRP.
Okay.
Wow, that looks so nice.
XRP, the beast in the chains. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't need to mention again that we stayed like 2 years under this trend line. Then we broke the trend line in August 2020, I believe.
So we could see, you think we could see like another 3 or 4 years of bullish action just like there?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I think that the bull market now will outlast the last one, maybe a year more, you know, so you can stretch the cycles, because now we are between 2 and 3.5 years. So I think having
on off that 4-year rotation.
Yeah. So yeah, what happens, we never know, but it's probably yeah. But for me, what's exciting when you just look at the chart is that so many coins, so many assets just blew off in comparison, in compare how what the price was before. And here, like, we are so cheap that even if you buy at 80 cents, you've made a great investment, I think. So here
Yeah.
clearly you see that the price was, I would not say yeah, it was manipulated in a way, like because of this news, maybe also because big guys took shorts. But for me, it's beautiful how it retested here the trend line. On the euro chart,
Because now it can't go any, it can't get any worse than this.
any worse than what?
Then this trend, now it's definitely bullish. It tested that trend line one last time, and now it's go time.
Yeah,
New power, it's going up now.
yeah, I think this is the bottom also.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
yeah, there's one thing I see, and this is that we just tested like 2 times here the downtrend line after we broke this trend line. And maybe with all this Bitcoin news coming out and stuff, it would be probable that that the price goes down back to test this trend line. So yeah, okay, yeah, and because if you look at the chart closer, if you look at this here, it can actually just go now, like it doesn't even need to wait to go. So because the formation here is very strong, we consolidated here what actually was big buying zone. In that major buying zone from this move back up to 75 cents, it corrected back down. It broke a little bit the buying zone, but nothing really, how I say, this is normal because all this volume that was in that candle, and it closed just above, just under the buying zone. So this is beautiful for me. Like every time you see a correction of 50%, let's say until 60.7%, the market always reacted, will always react there. Even if it goes further down, most of the time the market corrects, at least corrects at this point. So let's say this is a down move, like the price comes down and 50% correction of this price, there most likely there are always buyers coming in to test if there is enough buying power or not, or if there's enough selling power or not. So like you see here, the price came aggressively down, and in 2 candles or 3 candles it came back up. And if you look at the percentages from this big drop, it was like 40% up in 1, 2, 3 days. Okay, so there you see that the price was actually interesting for new buyers to come in or to change their leverage positions. And then it took back up, and from that point it started like a down sequence. Okay, and for me, this here is a key zone. So if we are able to break this zone here, let's say, if we are able to break this zone here, then we can talk about how it can break the resistance. Because if you take a very long-term perspective on the chart, when this here is the bottom, this here is the first impulse, and this is the correction. The correction was going further down than it should have been, but you can still take your Fibonacci tools and take these 3 points, and then you can see where the potential target is just for this move here. Actually, you can, when you take this and you put this on these 3 points, it calculates you the potential power in this move. And this all based on Fibonacci numbers that represents also our nature. So nature in numbers, and I use them to find targets, to know if something is has lost power, or if something is still because often you think like, okay, now we have a reversal zone, and then you have like 15% or 10% in the crypto market. You have like a target, the finish, the how we say that, the finish target of the sequence, like here in this case, the 1.618. This is the target of this sequence. As long this sequence is active, this target remains. Once we hit the target, we correct this whole sequence. It can be one candle, it can be an hour candle, it can be 15 candles.
So yeah, we need to take profits there. That would be horrific.
No, I don't say that. I just say that naturally this is how it moves. But if now there is FOMO, often in crypto,
yeah, it could just move into a new paradigm.
It just blasts through this. So often I take the 200, 2.618, and this would be another target of $1.93.
Okay, so crypto, it kind of defies the usual chart pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something I realized when I was a lot now in the last month on the chart. I realized that when it blasts off and there's a lot of volume coming in, then these targets here, they just don't exist. You know. So
Wow, so up there $2 in the next impulse. That's gonna be crazy, dude.
yeah, but not talking about where it can go. We know all where it can go, but
yeah,
what technical analysis can where this can be really useful is to know how to act on a short-term basis. Because if I tell you now that here is a trend line, if it goes back down in the next candle and it needs to touch, and it will touch there the trend line, we will be at 32 cents. So let's say this is a price we still probably that we're gonna meet there. And if you take here a line and you just pull it over here, maybe a little higher, you can see that this everything here is possible. So we can meet that again. So how will we manage this? So I personally, I sold a little bit at 49.7 euro. Maybe I show it here. Here at the top at 49.7. Here I didn't took the short, and I was like, no, because it came back down really fast. And then I saw it jump back up, and then I sold at 49.7, but just a little bit, so that in a consolidation move, or I or even if it goes back down to, like I said, 32 cents dollars, I still am able to accumulate more coins with the same amount that I had. So even if I put more in after. So this is my goal, but there is risk behind it. So here now, I will just do the same thing here on the chart so I can explain it directly. But before we go there, I have to show you this one. Here, this sequence here, because there is also a sequence. This one here ends up here, okay? I can show it. 0, 1, B, C. And the sequence target is here 1.618. Okay, so in this area was my target last time. So sequence finished, and then it built this beautiful down sequence. And if you take now the down sequence and you look for potential targets, it's just to give you an idea how strong the down move can be, okay? Normally it never outworks the potential down move, like you see here. In this case, the sequence told us if the price is able to break this point A here, our target is here on the 1.618. And what did the price did? Exactly that. So it came back down here to finish the sequence, okay? From that point on, we constructed back, we built back buying power. So now here we got again a next potential upside setup. Okay, what did I did? I took this again. I said, okay, I have a point 0, I have a point A, and here's the correction. Okay, so I took, I put my box again, my buying zone. So all I need to focus on, or I needed to focus on, was to position my entry in this box here. Okay, as soon as I saw the move here breaking these previous levels here with this move and the power, I was like, okay, that's interesting, because if now he's able to hold it here, okay, then we can see another up move. So like you see here, it's the same case again. You draw your box. So here you had a little drawdown move. So let's say you enter it here at the 66.7. You would, yeah, 2% in drawdown before you would go back in profit. So I think this would have been a nice trade for everyone. So I can now tell you that when I saw this move here, I could predict the up run here, okay? What happened after that? I was like, okay, we have now made a new high, but I saw this wicks here and I was like, okay, we are losing power. Then I did the same again, okay? I took A, B, C. We have the next buying zone here. So all these buying zones, oh, I don't have to wait. The chart respected these zones. What does this mean? It means that the price is still attractive for buyers, or were still attractive in this case for buyers. But if we turn here, when we started to do these moves like that, nonsense moves, I was like, okay, the move is finished. And this is also where I sold at 47 cents, 49.7 euro, 0.497 euro. Why? Because if you look now more in a big picture, we have here another sequence, a more big sequence that finishes here, okay? So it's no secret. For me, it's not even wow, you know? So it's just like that. And yeah, people can tell me otherwise or show me a system that's more accurate than mine. I would be glad. But I really don't think so, that there is a more accurate and a more precise, better risk management system than the system I learned from different people. I'd say it like that. What I'm telling you here is just what tools I use. So after, it's all about risk management. But if you can read structures in the market, you need just to fix your risk management. So once you understand the structures of the markets, it's just about mindset, emotions, and how to deal with your money. So this is also for me, or were for me the hardest thing to grasp, was like your emotions. And because the most time of my life when I started trading, I was most likely all in, so the emotions were very high, but I could also learn very much from that. So in this case now, you're still with me, man? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we hit at this target here. I can put just I draw a little sequence so you don't forget. This move here predicted us that there is a how we say that? Not a probably, but a probably.
Most likely.
Most
or most probable.
That most probably, oh, I don't know, the target.
Probable.
Most probable, okay. That the target of this structure, or has the power to go to, in this case, 58.6 cents. So you can easily, if you know how it works, you would have made 37% alone on this up move, and you just would got out, because this is like trading. You put money in that you have on the side, you put money in, you put it out. You put money in, you put it out. Nothing with your back that you're just loading up. But here you take some money on part, and then you can even make money on little moves. But it needs like experience, and yeah, it's not recommended for beginners, I would say, like that.
Mhm.
Because I have the system, but they don't, and I think if they try just to draw sequences everywhere, then it will not help them.
Yeah. So can I sell the system? Because when everyone's hearing about this, they'll probably want to buy the system, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think that I will sell this. I think that I will do my videos on YouTube, and
To explain.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, and then people will really appreciate it and it'll all be for free and then maybe sell something else, sell a group from it.
yeah, because for me it's not it takes no energy anymore to analyze markets. So for me this is like it's easy. And
Yeah.
from because it's easy, I can give it to people, but I would never I could sell it. I'm thinking about a lot of things doing, and like an academy or something like that. But first, I want to let people know who I am, why I choose to confront the markets, so people can really understand what they need to do to come here. You know, to really understand the markets or the structures, how I see them, because basically. Um, you can read if you are good enough in technicals. I, I say good enough. You need to be really good, but if you are able to do it, you can predict news. Okay, like news
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
because if something is just now so attractive from the price action, from the perspective of the price itself, and what the news are behind it, the partnerships, and then you know that someone relevant is going to talk about it, you know that we are in a buying zone. We created a bullish structure. We are now in a smaller buying zone that lies in a big buying zone. So now we are bullish. So now the news comes out and this thing goes up. Maybe it stops people out to the downside and it goes up then. But let's say over 70 and 80% of the cases, actually the news reinforces your setup and don't breaks your setup. So this is something that's very important. Uh, and for me, it's crazy when I see other people doing their technical analysis. There are some people they are making good money, but when I see them analyzing the markets, I just shake my head because I don't know what there is too much
Maybe
too
compared
not
to the
enough clarity in because of indicators. I don't use indicators, just moving averages. Just moving average. This is all. This is the only indicator I know I use, and volumes, because volumes are important. But other than that, I don't use any indicators because you don't need them. If you understand it, you don't need them. That's all I say. So quick to so that we can finish with this one. I think this this box needs to get break to the downsides so that we can make a correction. What tells me that for now we are not short term, we are not, it's most likely in a bearish scenario short term, because the move here is not very stable. Like if you go closer, you can see that this ABC here leads you to the end of the sequence here. So for me, this move is finished, okay? So we have a selling zone here, a target, a sequence target here, a selling zone, short term. It reacted aggressively. And then here we build it back up, a bullish setup. It reacted, we activated the sequence, we finished the sequence. Here on the top, we go even closer, okay? We have again another bearish sequence activated. That will lead us here to 52.12. And at the same time, I think this is the correction, the buying zone of the up move, of this up move. So here is the buying zone. Next buying zone, potential buying zone, let's say it like that. Potential buying zone. You always need to observe how strong and with how much volume a market is moving. So in this case, you see that this trend line is still holding the price under. We have here this support zone, I would say, more or less. I could see this price going up here back again to retest here at 55, even coming back here at 56 to retest these old highs. But what you need to look closely is if you can make a candle close above this trend line. So if you can break this structure here, like that, for example, then we are back again in another setup. Then we found support here, and it was enough to accumulate back enough buyers to push the price back higher. But if we cannot make a good candle close above this high here, I would still be short-term bearish.
Okay.
Short,
Yeah, I'm kind of short-term bearish. I think it's going back down to like 50.
short-term, I mean in the 5-minute chart, 3-minute chart, you know. So
Okay.
I talk about the next few days, but overall we are still bullish. I mean, look at this. So in the even in the day chart, everywhere here we are bullish. So I mean short term. Why do I say that? I say that because when it falls down, people will have the balls to buy, because I tell them here's a big buying zone. I tell them the price constructed itself here. We finished the sequence. What is a good sign? We corrected the sequence. What is a good sign? We reacted back. If we come back down now and we can react here and break the highs here, we are going over. I think it will be probably that we can break this high here. Okay, but yeah, I don't forget this trend line here on the downside because of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin will start a correction then we can see XRP back here at good prices. Okay, this is all I say. I am not the guy that is saying it is 100% going this way or 100% going that way. I know that people don't like uh, if we say that there are two scenarios and then they say, yeah, but you can always say that there are two scenarios. Yeah, but I can tell you exactly when the scenario is changing. And this is the key point. So you never know what the market is doing. Never, 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 never. Okay. So what you can do is just observing how it reacts at certain points and then adjust. This is all you can do. So for me, still the best investment system, I would say, is if you understand what a company is doing, what a project is doing, if you understand what the fundamentals are behind it, who is behind it, what are their what is their environment, who are they associated with, and then if they have a utility behind it and you know that it can change the world and most likely will, then just put money in it and let it sleep. This is all I can say, because then you are at 90% or let's say 80% on the right side. This is all I say because it's a young market. The prices are very low. We think we saw the biggest runs, but we didn't. And I think the biggest runs always come when the people think it's over, and other ways too. So now people say, yeah, the stimulus checks are coming from the part of the American, but again, like in my mind tells me that if everyone knows that stimulus checks are going to get released and the markets are going, will most likely go up and people buy, what would I do? I would sell, man. You know what I mean? Bro, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah, it was breaking up for a second.
Okay.
But I got everything up until like the last sentence.
Okay. I said
And now it's can't hear you again.
if now everyone is waiting for the stimulus checks, yes? Hello?
Hello, hello.
You hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I said that now everyone is waiting for these stimulus checks.
Uh-huh.
And everyone is saying, yeah, you will need to wait for the stimulus checks, everything is going up. But because everything thinks that it's going up, I think it will have a quick correction. And then when all the people that entered the market, because they thought it would turn out as always, they just do the exact opposite. Like, this is how they earn money. I don't know.
Yeah, so I thought the stimulus checks already arrived. Some people got theirs.
Yeah, of
I
course.
never received
We
them.
cannot put like trillions and trillions in one day. So this is all put out in a calculated time so that it doesn't, how we say, uh,
Jeneth into the markets.
yeah, you cannot put just trillions like bam in the markets. You have to make this slowly coming into the markets, one in this sector of the industry, one in this sector. And yeah, I don't think so that everything will go into crypto. And if the stimulus checks are mean for crypto, I would push the price down before I get the stimulus in it. So This is how I would do it if I would be in the upfront. So during we talked, the price went down 5 cents. So it just accorded to me that the selling power is real. So we need to see what happens. I'm excited because I want these prices go down the last time. You not?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So most people are afraid of it, and I just wait for it. So I would say for Ripple, there is nothing too much to say for now. I would say it's important to notice that there is a big buying zone from 47,354 to 37.9. So it is possible that we can meet these prices again, and this would give us a nice opportunity again to buy back cheaper. If you look from now to 47, let's say 47.4, you can buy 12% cheaper than right now. And if it goes back down to retest the bottom of the box, this you will get a third of the coins more cheaper than you can buy them now. So I would say this scenario is not you should have an eye on it. So me too, I'm waiting for correction. If it happens, I don't know. It's probable because of Bitcoin, like I said. And because if there were no Bitcoin, these prices wouldn't be at 54, $0.54. So if you can't wait, just buy now. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
can't wait, man. When it comes in, I just want to FOMO in, man. I'm a long term. I'm thinking about this long term.
you can, yeah, like how they say that in English, cost, no,
Cost average.
cost average, cost averaging, yeah. So I'm doing also this, but I try also to accumulate more by buying and selling. So if this one goes up, I will hold my coins. Yes, but until then, I try to accumulate coins by trading because I didn't learn this for nothing, you know. Like I need to use my knowledge. So yeah, so far for Ripple. So the perspective is good. The news from the SEC lawsuit are good for Ripple. So we are in a nice bullish structure. But short term, we can see Ripple back again here at these prices. But this wouldn't mean a lot. So all good. Even if it comes back here, down here, no problem. And this is where I say that it can make just a quick wick until the trend line even further down and then close back up here or here and then continuing an up move. So nothing to worry about, just new opportunities that are there for us. So never get too excited, never fear that you miss a train or stuff like that. But yeah, I would never buy high just because I I fear that
Because
it
of FOMO.
goes up, you know. So if you have already coins, all good. If you don't have coins, for now, let's say the price now 50 cents is okay. But if you can how we say that, withstand the losses before you get back in profit. Otherwise, I would at least wait a correction of this move here. so that we can accumulate back buyers here to then really break up in from this buying zone. But if this buying zone doesn't hold, we come back in the big one. And if we are here in the big one, we need to wait for confirmation like here, or just buying in the zone, like cost averaging here in the whole zone. So this is something you can think about. Yes, this was it for XRP.